Hey guys, how are you? Back at it again. So we're here talking about the embarrassing skin question. We got a good one again this week. So before we get into that, let me just do a little housekeeping. Want to remind you guys, all clients, whether you're in person or online, you have access to an exclusive discount code for you to shop for your skincare products at lovelyskin.com. While you're in the lab, if you need to get cleanser, toner, moisturizer, vitamin C, day moisturizer, night moisturizer, all that's here provided in the lab, along with, of course, TKO treatment mask. But if you need something outside of that, like say you're looking for a vitamin B or hyaluronic acid, that's what we have the code for you to use at lovelyskin.com. So that was last week's big news. This week's big news is that we have financing. So financing in the lab means you can get all your packages, your series of services with just one process. You go to the financing tab, fill out your information, no credit check, and whatever that total amount is, it gets broken down into 4 easy payments. And right after you make your first payment, you can come right on in and start your services. You don't have to wait for all of everything to be paid off. So this is great. So that's this week's big news. So moving right into embarrassing skin questions this week. We got a really great one. So this week's question is talking about butt acne. Okay, butt acne. So got a few questions on that. So I definitely wanted to make sure I addressed a little bit of time to talk about it. So a lot of folks who have irritation or what looks like acne on your butt, a lot of times it's not acne. And if you're treating it like acne, you could be making things a little bit worse. So first and foremost, I want you to make sure you get yourself at the doctor's office, your dermatologist, get an appointment so they can check out and definitely let you know whether or not this is acne or not. Now, like I said, a lot of the times that breakout in your butt area more than likely will not be acne, and it will be one of 2 things. So the first thing it can be is called keratosis pilaris. What is that? That's a lot of keratin, really hard, tough skin built up in that area that's causing like a crust or a formation, and that's clogging the pores in that area. So a lot of times this pops up during like really, really dry, really cold weather. If you have super dry skin, this is kind of like the environment that this tends to pop up in. So what is the treatment for this? So the treatment for this is to really hydrate that area, keep it moisturized, and also do something that's going to help break some of this tough skin down. So a lot of times, the go-to formula for this is some type of acid, like a lactic acid. A lot of the times, amlactin, which is a lotion that you can find over the counter at your drugstore, is really what's going to work on this. Again, I recommend that you see your dermatologist to make sure this indeed is what you have. And like I said, it could be 1 or 2 things, so you want to make sure that you're identifying it correctly and make sure you can treat it correctly. Okay, so on to what the other option where it could be. The other thing it can be is folliculitis. Now, folliculitis is like a damage or an inflammation or an infection or an irritation to the hair follicle. So this is what's going to make that red bump. It might have some pus in it, and that's kind of what gives the signal that it could be acne, but it's really like an irritation or inflammation that's mimicking what acne looks like. So again, if you see your dermatologist, they'll be able to identify this with 100% clarity, what you got going on back there. So now, in the event that this is folliculitis, what you need to do is draw out what's irritating it. So a couple of things you can do here. And you know what? A lot of times this does happen or pop up during the exact opposite of the other situation. So it's usually like hot, humidity, excessive friction in the area, something that's causing this kind of irritation and situation to erupt. A lot of the times too, it can be because of bacteria. So Staphylococcus aureus is usually the big culprit here. Staph A, as you guys probably have heard of before. So that could be a culprit with this. So the event that that's what's going on here, you need something that's going to help, you know, reduce irritation and inflammation. So you're probably going to need to be on some antibiotics. You're probably going to need to use some antiseptic, antibacterial cleanser in that area as well. And to help draw out some of that inflammation, irritation, calm and soothe it down, you could use TKO treatment mask in that area as well. Again, you really do need to talk to your dermatologist just to make sure that you're dealing with what it is that you're actually seeing. Like I said, sometimes it can be acne, and sometimes it looks like acne, but it's actually keratosis pilaris, or it's folliculitis. So please see a professional so you can identify it correctly and treat it correctly. Making a mistake and trying to treat it on your own and picking the wrong treatment can make this stuff worse. So hopefully this helps, and if you have any more questions, please send it in. Happy to answer them. I love this embarrassing skin question series, so keep it going, keep sending in those questions, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.